Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm starting to get the conviction that this war in Ukraine is more or less, or was more or less, pushed and manufactured and maneuvered by economic interests. And you might say, obviously, Emil, you genius. But little by little, they show their head one by one, and you can see their heads are getting higher and higher in profits. And in business, coincidences or chances are not that often, because otherwise we would all uh, be successful in business. They're very rare, and it's a big competition. And once you know how the world kind of functions, you know that the industries, the economy, the money leads mostly everything. So it's not a coincidence that these companies of energy companies, global energy companies, are earning now record profits. You can tell me, yes, Samuel, but this is just the result of the war. It's not the other way around. I I would disagree with that. Not that I would. I am disagreeing with that because we know that the world doesn't work that way. All this war, the war could have been prevented. Do you think there were not calculations made, economic calculations? And I can give you some examples. When Russia invaded Ukraine, who was the country? What was the country that wanted to have everybody impose sanctions on others? United States and Great Britain. And then the rest, which is the European Union, including Germany and France, were the most reluctant ones because they depended a lot, in the case of Germany, of oil and gas and all that. And little by little, they did like this with Germany until Germany gave in. The Great Britain and the United States are not that hit by all these sanctions as Europe is. Europe. Europe is. So that's one aspect. The other one, look at the Russian uh, fossil fuel being kicked out from the European market, and look who's coming in. The ones who pressured these guys to kick them out. Germany would have not kicked them out. They just finished the Nord Stream 2. And there was a big problem in the United States, remember? Starting with Trump, let alone this guy who doesn't know what he's doing over there. So that's one. And then what else? It's the so-called aid. The aid is not aid. The aid is banks, international banking system. They give loans and the countries call them aid. Or they give aid and then they ask for loans, borrow money. There's two of them. And the third one is the military equipment. So that gets us to today's video and article. Since I focused a lot on the economy and on oil and gas and who's making profit and who's not, which they're all, and the Russians making a big, huge profit. Posted two videos back about the profit. So now we talk about the military profit, right? We have an article from Reuters from today, May 16, 2022. And this name will very much sound familiar, I'm assuming, with all of you, because this name was repeated over and over and over as being the savior of Ukraine. This particular military equipment, that's called the Javelin missiles. You all heard it. Even my kids heard it. and now we hear that we need it. They created a want like this, the only one. You know, when you see advertisements or commercials on the TV, when you see the commercials, they come with something you don't even know what the hell it is. Is that to eat? Is that to stick it in your ear? Is that to what? Toss it? What? And after a while, by repeating at least 9 times, that's what the study says, 9 times, if you consciously look at the commercial, that goes in your subconscious. And it's going to come from your subconscious later saying, hey, Emil, you want that. And you don't know why. You somehow have that urge. That's called psychological conditioning, if you want to go by that. Repetition, bam, 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 exposure to stimuli. And then you want it all of a sudden, and you don't even know. So we have here, this is the title. Lockheed Martin wins $309 million Javelin missile contract from U.S. Army. So we're going to pay for those Javelin private corporation, Lockheed Martin, to make those wonder weapons that work so fine in Ukraine. Don't you think there were other weapons that might have worked as well as that? Yes, but it's like a commercial. Who pays more? You get to hear from them and about them more. So Lockheed Martin wins $309 million Javelin missile contract from U.S. Army. Good, good. All right, the anti-tank weapon that has helped Ukraine fight Russia's invasion, the company said on Monday. They have it. These guys think we're just, baboons. Some of us are baboons. The Javelin missiles are made jointly by Lockheed and Raytheon Technologies missile unit. So you see, you have Nike and Adidas. They make it. Demand for Javelin missiles remains high as the war in Ukraine worsens. So they need more. Where they were used to stop Russian tanks from advancing on the capital to an artillery battle in Ukraine's east, and they saved so many children's and families' lives. And no, that's for me. But maybe it's coming. I don't know. So far, the United States has sent more than 5,500 Javelin systems to Ukraine. The defense contractor added that the contracts include more than 1,300 Javelin missiles funded from the recent Ukraine Supplemental Appropriations Act and orders for several international customers, including Norway, Albania, Latvia, and Thailand. They all want it now. Good, good. Lockheed also said that it is working to increase its missile production rate beyond the current 2,100 per year. Yes, why not? Why not? Because who knows, maybe this Ukraine war is going to be forever and ever, or maybe the crazy Russians are going to invade another country. Huh? How about that? Man, this guy thinks that we, little by little, I think we figured out their little scheme. It was not very hard at the beginning, but sometimes you're, the big lie. When it's so big, you like mesmerized and say, I know that's a big lie, but it can be possible. Look at these guys are making such a claim. We know it's false. And then after a while, settles down and say, wait a second. This is a lie. Nevertheless, good for the Lockheed Martin. They did a very good deal with the U.S. Army, with our taxes. And Ukraine needs it to defend itself from the hordes of the invaders. Good. They saved a lot of lives. Other countries will buy more. Good. Business as usual. More wars, more profits for these companies. But we are a defensive alliance. I keep coming to that. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, buy a Javelin, and be just. See ya.